Good morning. I don't know what's going on, but I have glitter on my hands. Welcome to the First Universalist Church of Yarmouth. I'm Larissa Sellers, and I serve on the Worship Council of this thriving community. A warm welcome to our friends gathered here, as well as our friends joining us on Zoom. Happy Father's Day to all of you who are dads, stepdads, foster dads, granddads, father figures, substitute dads. We hope you enjoy your day. We're so happy all of you have joined us today for our last service of this church year. It is also Reverend Hillary's last service before she leaves for her sabbatical. It is our time to wish her well during the months ahead. We hope that she and Tizzy and Luna enjoy their adventures together and that all three of them unwind and relax, especially her dogs. For those of you joining us with young children today, nursery care is available during our service for babies and toddlers. Our nursery is located out this side door and down the hallway on the left. We don't know how many times you've been here. It's possible, but not likely, that this is your first time. It's also possible that you've been here almost every Sunday for the last 30 years, or anywhere in between. We don't know what you are carrying today as you enter this sanctuary. Perhaps your heart is filled with gratitude and joy. Perhaps your heart is heavy with worry and sadness. Maybe both are true. However you entered, we are glad you are here. This community is what it is because of your presence. So welcome. Welcome into this space of love, support, justice, compassion, and worship. Please join us today as we explore our faith, embrace this community, and engage the world as spiritual seekers. In your order of worship, you will find the Sunday morning news, and it is filled with announcements about much of what is happening here at First U during the summer. I want to draw your attention to a few of the announcements. First, immediately following our service, you are invited to join us downstairs in the gathering room for an ice cream social. Okay, we're going to do that again. An ice cream social to celebrate the end of the year and Reverend Hillary. Please come. Next, this Tuesday morning from 8:30 to 9:30, Reverend Hillary will lead us in Lectio Divina. All are welcome to bring your coffee and tea and join us in the gathering room as she leads us in this enlivening and centering spiritual practice. Next Saturday, June 27th, from 12 to 2, please join us for the Yarmouth Pride Picnic. If you didn't get a chance to go to Portland Pride Day, or if you want even more pride, come to the lawn in front of Town Hall. Bring a blanket or chairs and your own picnic lunch. And finally, please note that this is our last worship service until August 2nd, when we will start our simple summer services that are held from 9:30 to 10 a.m., August 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 23rd. The Adult Religious Education Council will be holding a book discussion after the service on the 16th and the 23rd. More information is available in channels or by asking a member of the RE Council. I think Barbara Trentacosta is here, and I think Kathy McKenna is here. So please ask them if you have questions. And now, let's switch gears. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. and Sam will lead us into worship.
Thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Tired and great. Yes, such is life, isn't it? I'm Reverend Hillary. I serve as the minister here, and it is with peace. It is with friendship. It is with great praise to the sun on this, the longest day of the year, the first day of summer. And great thanks to all the dear old dads out there on this Father's Day. And a great cry for freedom this Juneteenth weekend. And a great Yas Queen in the midst of this Pride season that I say, whoever you are, wherever you're from, whomever you love, whatever it is you have done or left undone, you are welcome here. And we are so glad that you too have joined us in peace and friendship this morning. All right, beloveds, here we are. This is it, our last service of the church year. And the last service I will lead before I head out on sabbatical, not to return until January. It's going to be okay. I think you're going to have a blast. I have a little tradition that I have a little personal tradition here that I like to begin the last service of the church year with the same reading that I used as the call to worship on the first service of the church year, way back in September during our sand communion in-gathering. And so, to keep up with this tradition, our call to worship this morning is a poem by the late, great Maine native Andrea Gibson. And I welcome several members of our worship council to help me read their poem, Acceptance Speech After Setting the World Record in Goosebumps.
Acceptance Speech After Setting the World Record in Goosebumps by Andrea Gibson. I wasn't by any means a natural, was not one of those wow hounds born jaw-dropped. I was tough in the husk. When I was told there were 7 wonders of the world, I trusted the math, believed I had seen none of them.
Then one day in a red velvet, I watched Maya Angelou walk on stage, 17 slow steps to the mic. She took a breath before speaking, and I could hear God being born in that breath. My every pore reached out like a hand. I'd never felt anything like it.
I searched the encyclopedia for the feeling's name when I got home. Goosebumps. Afterward, I thought, I can do this. I started training morning to night, tore the caution tape off my life, and let everything touch it.
Allen Iverson on the television in his first season with the Sixers. Crossover sharp as a V of sparrows flying through the paint like Michelangelo's brush. 333 goosebumps.
My baby sister, sober for the first time in 13 years, calling to tell me she just noticed our mother's eyes are green. 505 goosebumps.
One day, my friends scored tickets to a Prince concert. Tiny venue. I was right behind the sound booth. Prince's entire band that evening, women. At the end of the show, the sound person turned around and whispered, he didn't play one song in his set list the whole night. I live on stages. I know what it is to scratch a plan, but not the whole trip, and still arrive at your destination. 421 artists formerly known as Goosebumps.
But that's just the fancy stuff. Some of them came from simple facts. It rains diamonds on Jupiter. 189 goosebumps.
Blood donors in Sweden receive a thank you message when their blood is used. 301 Nordic goosebumps.
One night in Ann Arbor, my friend, still undiagnosed, could not uncurl her fingers to strum her guitar, so she sang the chords instead. It was the first time in my life I'd seen pain become an instrument. 10 dozen goosebumps.
After that, nothing in the world was gray. The oldest man in my hometown couldn't get to the door to listen to our carols, so we went inside and sang at his bedside instead. 24 boots on the front steps, catching snowflakes with their tongues. 776 goosebumps.
At one point, everything started doing it. A sincere apology, 221 goosebumps. An enemy's love poem, 222 goosebumps.
The moon rising over the Continental Divide. My girlfriend and I thought it was a car driving off a cliff, and suddenly nothing in the world was dying. You ever felt that? A split second when nothing in the world was dying? 888 goosebumps.
A Missoula treehouse filled with candlelight. 143 goosebumps.
That octopus documentary, 54 goosebumps multiplied by 8.
The biggest dog in the shelter hiding behind a teacup chihuahua. And the woman who came to adopt a cat, taking home all 3 of them, 1,012 goosebumps.
There is no escaping the magic now. Beauty caught me and never let me go. And the thing about the world record is, if someone breaks it after me, and they will break it after me, I will love that so much that without even trying, I'll break it again. Good morning, my goosebumps-inducing magical friends. As you know, far be it from me to tell a group of you-yous what to do, but if you are up for a little something special this morning, inspired by a practice I was unexpectedly asked to do recently, I invite you, as we settle into this time and space, to join me in a ceremony of hugs. It's simple. You're just going to rise in body and spirit, turn to those around you, wish them a good morning, say, hey, I'm glad you're here, and give them a hug. You can ask if they'd like a hug, and if they say no, just maybe give them a big smile as a hug. But it's my hope that most of us can push past our New Englander bounded selves and give those around us in this beloved, peaceful, friendly sanctuary a hug. And so with that, let's rise in body and spirit and have a ceremony of hugs. All right. Let's return to our pews. You did, that was great. Good job, that was really beautiful. Well, you stay risen in body and spirit, friends, and join in singing our opening hymn, number 347, Gather the Spirit.
Gather the Spirit, harvest the power. Our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour. Our trials in this light appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in space, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit of heart and mind, seeds for the sowing light in store, measure in love and conscience refined, bloom and gather in peace, gather in good, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Gather the Spirit growing in all, drawn by the moon and fed by the sun, winter to spring and summer to fall, the chorus of life resounding as one. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again.
And remaining risen friends, will you join me in the words of our unison affirmation? They're written in your order of worship. We are united in seeking to increase love with justice and to constitute a free church open to all people, mindful of our past and drawing upon modern knowledge. We respect the spiritual needs of persons and are devoted to the common good in community, nation, and world. We cherish the integrity of each individual and search for truth with reason as our guide. We respect differences of opinion and strive to be a democratic community. We are concerned with this world and open to the future. You may be seated, friends. And if there are any children or youth who would like to come help me light our chalice this morning, come on down. Good morning, good morning. Hey, oh, we're skipping. Yes. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Wonderful to see you. Hello. The colors, the color schemes, the patterns. Hi, Kai. Who's on summer vacation? How does that feel? Great. Really good. Do you guys like strawberries? Yes. You prefer star fruit? Wow. Yes, all are welcome here. Absolutely. What would I do with strawberries? You grow strawberries and you can't. Same? Okay, I'm coming over after church. All right, let's light this chalice. We know the routine. We light our chalice in peace and friendship. We're going to blow out this and make a wish. We're all going to make a wish. So get that wish ready. And don't blow out that. And don't put a stuffed animal on the candle. Okay? All right, who wants to hold the microphone? Okay, you can hold it out and you all can shout it in there. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
We light our chalice in peace and friendship.
Okay, let's make a wish. May it be so. Thanks, all. Good morning, Gwen. Do you have glitter all over you? Yeah, do other folks?
Mostly my hands.
Mostly your hands, okay. I got extra glitter. Does everyone have a little glitter? Do you want to? Yeah. Well, today, friends, we celebrate Pride, which is all about celebrating the courage to be who we are, the beauty of our many colors, and the love that connects us all.
So when you came in, you received a bit of glitter, tiny sparks of light. Each one is different, and each one shines.
And as you wear this glitter on your hand, or perhaps like you, it's like me, it's gotten all over your face and hair, notice how it catches the light, how it refuses to be dull or hidden.
So as you look at that glitter, may it remind you that your light is meant to shine, that your story matters, that who you are is worthy of celebration. Just like these many shimmering pieces, we are brighter together than we are alone.
When we share our gifts, when we honor one another's truth, we create a community where everyone can flourish.
All right, now hold your hands up, your glittery hands, your beautiful hands. So we offer this blessing. May you be proud of who you are. Will you repeat it after me? May you be proud of who you are.
May you be proud of who you are.
May you be gentle with yourself as you grow.
May you be gentle with yourself as you grow.
May you stand with others in love and courage.
May you stand with others in love and courage.
And may you always remember you are a vital part of this beautiful, shining whole.
And may you always remember you are a vital part of this beautiful, shining whole.
All right, you can put your hands down. They might be tired.
Go forth and sparkle, beloveds. Go forth and belong. Go forth and help this world flourish with glitter together.
And now we'd like to say our children's blessing. We are Unitarian Universalists, people of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. And children and youth, we're going to be outside today, so we'll go straight down and out the doors that way.
We now come to the time in our service that we set aside for quiet prayer and meditation. This is a time to reflect on the past week, look forward to what might come on the hours, days, and season ahead. Offer a prayer to someone who could use a prayer right now. Hold close paternal ancestors and father figures. Or just be here now in the fullness of this moment. Following our quiet, we'll have a time to light candles. But first, will you join me in taking a deep, refreshing breath in, a calming breath out, and relax into a sacred time of silence. Friends, you know that when all the windows are open in the sanctuary like they are today, I cannot help but invite you to say some loving kindness prayers with me. Prayers that are meant to be said with a window open so they catch on the breeze and are heard by every living being that needs to hear them, which is every living being. And so I welcome you into this time of loving kindness by asking you to just think of someone in your life who you love with great ease. Perhaps a friend or a child, maybe an animal, maybe a tree in your backyard, something you just love and it's not hard to do. The love is so easy. Just let the sensation, the images of that love expand in you. That is the love we try to offer when we offer this prayer. And so I invite you to repeat these ancient lines after me. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live in safety. May I make peace. Letting all the beings you know and those you don't come in to your mind. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live in safety. May you make peace. And letting yourself feel how interconnected you are to all life on this whole big, wide, living planet. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we live in safety. May we make peace. Amen, and let it be so.
This month's half-plate recipients are the Yarmouth and Freeport markets in support of their voucher programs, which offer $25 vouchers to community members in need of food assistance. The markets created the voucher programs in 2016 to reduce barriers to accessing fresh foods at the markets. All funding for these vouchers is from community donations. First U is happy to continue our support of their programs. For those in the sanctuary this morning, we will be passing the offering plate to one another. For those gathered with us online, you are invited to make your offering using the donate button in the order of worship or by dropping a check in the mail. Thank you for your generosity.
Thanks, choir. Friends, will you rise in body and spirit and join in singing our song of thanksgiving? The short verses are in your order. Thank you for your generosity. You may be seated. Our reading this morning is by The 17th century Japanese poet Matsuo Basho, considered to be the greatest master of haiku of all time. I share his haiku, "The Temple Bell Stops," as translated by Robert Bly. The temple bell stops, but the sound keeps coming out of the flowers. Beloveds, you might find it hard to believe, but I am not by any means a natural. Not one of those wow hounds born jaw-dropped. I was, and still am, tough in the husk. But every now and then, beauty catches me and it doesn't let me go. I cannot stop the magic of it. Like a couple months ago, when, over snacks and getting to know you conversation, a couple of our new members, John and Andrea, told me about this crosswalk in Orlando, Florida. The crosswalk is at the intersection of Esther Street and Orange Avenue, right at the corner of the Pulse nightclub. Pulse was a gay bar and dance hall, and without doubt a spot where many fabulous, ridiculous, and extremely melodramatic memories were made by thousands of queer folks over the years. It was more than a club, one patron expressed. Pulse was a community. It was a family. And so, when a mass shooting occurred there 10 years ago, on June 12th, 2016, ending the lives of 49 human beings and injuring 58, it was an earth-shattering tragedy. The Pulse massacre remains the worst mass shooting in American history. It's the sort of thing that you never, no matter how close or far away you were from it as an LGBTQ person, you never forget and you never accept. Following the tragedy, the community, of course, rose up to memorialize the lives forever lost and forever changed, and the sanctuary forever desecrated in the shooting. One proposed symbol of memoriam was to paint that crosswalk at the intersection of Esther and Orange. Organizers submitted the paperwork and were given the go-ahead to color that binary of black and white dashes across the street a bright red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. The colors of the rainbow and the rainbow flag that represents lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer pride, joy, resistance, and simply existence. And along with many other rituals and symbols of remembrance, that crosswalk, with the occasional touch-up, remained clear and bright for many years. 9 years, in fact, right up until the night of August 21st, 2025, when, under the cloak of darkness, Orlando Public Works painted over the multicolored crosswalk once again in those less fabulous and meaningful colors of black and white. When the sun rose that morning and the change was noticed, a chorus of gay and allied voices sounded the alarm and demanded a reason for this cover-up job. The governor's office issued a statement saying the erasure of the rainbow crosswalk was a safety measure in line with a new ban on non-uniform traffic control devices. Now, we all know the gays love a uniform, but legislative uniform control devices, not so much. So naturally and thankfully, the gentle, angry LGBTQ and allied forces united the following evening, and what did they do? Painted the rainbow back where the rainbow needed to be. And over the next few days, it went like this. Orlando officials, given a warning by Governor DeSantis that millions of dollars in funding was on the line, ordered that the crosswalk be painted black and white. And then the activists would come and paint the rainbow back. Around the clock, police presence was eventually stationed at the crosswalk, and people started to get arrested and charged with federal offenses for defacing pavement with the colors of the rainbow. So then, our rainbow bright hooligans, that's right. That's right. No, that's the good stuff. We like that. That's the good stuff. Our rainbow hooligan friends had to get clever about things. Or as we would say up here in Maine, they had to get wicked cunning about things. And so they found some workarounds. Or rather, I should say, we found some workarounds, because you know who was there, upholding the dignity and worth of this rainbow and all that it stood for? Yep, a whole bunch of UUs. Perhaps some of the gentlest, angriest people out there. Goosebumps. Recognizing the limitations of trying to override Ron DeSantis' clear hatred of rainbows, organizers identified some loopholes and mobilized on multiple fronts. Okay, so no rainbows on public grounds. What about private grounds? A group of folks, paintbrushes in hand, put out an offer to anyone who wanted to have a rainbow painted for free on their driveway, mailbox, garage door, or front step. Michelle Sasha, a local artist, and her friend Jazzy Erickson headed up the project. My gut was just in knots with excitement, Sasha expressed. It was the kind of thing that when you feel it in your gut, you gotta do it. We had the idea, and that was it. Within days of the project's launch, close to 100 homeowners had requested rainbows on their properties. And suddenly, there were a whole lot more rainbows in Orlando than there ever were before. And as these rainbows crisped and crossed and arced and waved all across Orlando, other towns and cities caught word of the movement. And rainbows began to be painted on sidewalks, doors, and driveways all across the whole state. And suddenly, there were a whole lot more rainbows in Florida than there ever were before. Poor Ron, right? He hates rainbows. And then there was that crosswalk at Esther Street and Orange Avenue. Yeah. The activists couldn't really afford to be arrested for the federal offense of permanently damaging public property every day. But what about impermanently damaging public property every day? Our trusty Rainbow Squad went to the craft store and bought a whole lot of sidewalk chalk. And every day since, a group of alternating folks, UUs among them, get up in the morning and re-chalk the rainbow crosswalk. Until they come back and paint the pride colors, one of them said, "We're not stopping chalking." They've been going for something like 293 days and counting. They were at it this morning, because there's no stopping the magic now. They can erase the streets, but they can't erase us, local queer organizer Tamar Lee stated. They can't erase our story, they can't erase our culture, and they can't erase our contributions to this state, to this city, to this country. Somewhere, nearby, sometime, very soon, they said, There will be a mural painted, and it will be bigger, and it will be more queer, and it will be more colorful than they could ever imagine, because we will not be erased. The temple bell stops, but the sound keeps coming out of the flowers. For so many reasons, that crosswalk has been with me since I learned about it a while ago from Andrea and John. But it's been on my mind, especially as of late, and not only because it's Pride season. This story, this love that the people of Orlando, Florida continue to enact is what I ask of you, my friends, as we are about to spend 6 months apart. I speak regularly up here about how lucky you are, how lucky we are to have this beautiful and well-tended space, to have each other, to have shared values and the desire to live those values. And more than anything, we are so lucky to simply have a real life, sensed, felt, reliable, and huggable community where we are welcomed and known. I have said it again and again and again, and I'm now going to say it again. All this is incredibly rare in this world. And therefore, it is incredibly precious and not something to take for granted. It makes me think of this quote from Mr. Rogers that gets thrown around a fair amount in these times. If you've spent any time on the internet since November 2016, it's very likely something you've scrolled upon at some point. It goes like this. Mr. Rogers said, "When I was a boy and I would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, 'Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping.'" Anybody else seen this, come upon it at some point? Yeah. Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. And now, as much as I'd like it, and as hard as I am praying for it, I don't think all beings are going to be freed from suffering while I am on sabbatical. You never know. I'm going to keep praying for it, but I imagine there might be at least a couple instances in the months ahead where that Mr. Rogers quote is going to resonate with the situation at hand. There will be scary things in the news, and there will be a need to look for the helpers. And my friends, what I must say to you today is that given how resourced you are in faith, in community, in care, in space, you are actually the helpers in this equation. And I know that might sound a little scary, a little overwhelming, but first and foremost, it's not on you alone. You're not alone. And secondly, being the helper does not need to be a high-risk, emotionally destabilizing, burnout-inducing role. No. It can just mean going to the craft store and getting some rainbow chalk in effort to keep a family, keep a place, keep a dream, keep love from being erased. Being the helper is also not a role of great and powerful glory or notoriety. It's just about staying the course, keeping at it, getting up each morning and recoloring the rainbow. It is a no big deal, huge deal. And I'm so sorry that it's something you just got to do, whether I'm here or not, because there's no stopping this magic now. For me either. In the months ahead, I strongly encourage you to tap into the preciousness of all of this. Feel that magic, that power, and explore what superpowers that makes possible in your body, speech, mind, and heart, both here and out there. The temple bell stops, but the sound keeps coming from the flowers. Guys, I love you so much. I hope you know that. I'm gonna miss you a ton. I care about you so much. And I am going to be so curious about what good trouble, because only good trouble while I am gone, what good trouble you're going to get up to. And despite that intense curiosity, no, I am not checking my email. Before I go, I want to bless you and charge you with upholding the power and purpose of our shared ministry. I do this by leaving you my stole, a stole one of you made for me, in fact. A stole is given to a minister upon their ordination and is understood as the yoke of faith and a responsibility to care and be interested in all beings. I ordain you as the bearers of this ministry now. This is your church, your faith to lift up, and your compassion, curiosity, and courage to sustain. You got this. It's a no big deal, huge deal. Bless you, sweet ones. May all manner of things be well, and may there be a whole lot of goosebumps along the way. Amen. And will you rise in body and spirit once more and join in singing our closing hymn, number 1010, in your paperback hymnal. We give thanks for this precious day.
Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. For all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
And remaining risen, will you join me in a time of benediction? May all beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings experience profound joy and the causes of profound joy. May all of us rejoice in the well-being of others, and may all of us get free from hatred, cruelty, and greed until all of us can live in peace. And will you join me in the words of our unison benediction written in your order? For those who come here seeking God, may God go with you. For those who come embracing life, may life return your affection. For those who come to seek a path, may the way be found and the courage to take it step by step. Choir.
We were hoping you would sit there, Hillary. No, sit. We were hoping you would sit there. This song is a hymn called "It Is Well with My Soul," and we chose it as a blessing to you and to everyone. We're in this shared ministry, and we all want to do our best in that space. And we invite the congregation, if you know the song or if you kind of pick up on the chorus, you're welcome to sing with us. At the end, the line goes, "It is well with my soul." I think you can sing that part at the end. And we wish you the very best on a well-deserved sabbatical.
One, two, one and two. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, faith has taught me to say, it is well with my soul.
Now, ice cream.